All right, people. I'm gonna start off with the S&P 500. So even though we had a dip last night, I want to show you guys how that dip happened. So as the market ended up closing yesterday on here, I knew there was a high chance that not the Asian but the Europe session would move the market on down. So here, once we come into the nighttime, the Europe session, we start having that dip. As the day goes by, you see it consolidating this area right here, which to me, I just said that the market is either gonna um support this area from where we fell yesterday to where we are this morning, before this morning, and we're gonna stay there. We're gonna stay there because of the data that we have on Friday. So as you see, it's not a strong push. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna bullshit here. It's gonna bullshit here below this the 50 Fibonacci right here, right here. So it's gonna chill below the 50 Fibonacci. I wouldn't be surprised if towards the end of the day maybe either 1240-ish one we close somewhere here. And again, that's just because we have the final data tomorrow, and that could help the market close on up, especially if we have bad news. Because so far today, we had good news. There's no panic numbers, and that's where you also see the market recovering and whatnot. Also anticipating tomorrow's data, which is important. So either tomorrow's data is gonna help the market, and the weekly 3 candle box, it's either gonna close around the edge or have like a slight push on out. Or if it's really bad data, meaning interest rates are gonna be pushed, then you'll see like will close up here at 6,900. I don't see it hitting the 7,000, but 7,000 is a key price. So that's why this move right here believes that tomorrow's data could be the one to break on up. And then from there, we have data. Besides data, we have banks earning coming up. So that could easily then push us back down again with bad bank earnings or bad earnings report from the banks or just reports in general. So we're gonna close this. We're gonna form a 3 candle box right here. This 12-hour candle is gonna close somewhere here. The next one's gonna open. We're gonna bullshit most of the night somewhere in here in the upper region. And as the market comes in a lift, try to break through it again. And depending on the data, we're gonna fucking shoot on up. This third candle is gonna break on up. This is gonna form a U or a V, or however the fuck you wanna say it. And then the market's gonna shoot on up, create a all-time high. Maybe hitting some thousand. It's right there. But I believe that's what's gonna happen tomorrow. Oh, we're gonna close the week somewhere here. And then again, on Friday, it's gonna be your suspense. Are we gonna make it, break it out of here, continue going up, or are we gonna get brought down again? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna close here. Then tomorrow is gonna shoot on up, break through it, or just barely close in here. And then Monday, next week, continue with it and really breaks out. Or we could have a strong push where it breaks out, closes here, and then next week is gonna be are we gonna continue with it or get pulled down again because of the earnings from the bank and the data and whatnot. And do we have a 3 candle box? I was waiting for this one to play out. And seeing how we're holding, yeah, we're gonna most likely close like this. We're not really gonna come back down here because of the data. we're all looking forward. We're all positioning for that data. Investors are just positioning. If investors were scared, really scared, this market would have fell. This market would have fell last night. We would have closed. If anything, this 8 hour down here, and then it will be on this 8 hour candle if we're gonna maintain it or start breaking it or whatnot. But the fact that we're acting this way, the fact that we didn't fall that much, the market is not scared. Scared is the market having something like this, so the market like fucking falling down somewhere down here. That'll be scared for the market. This is just play positioning. In my indicator for a candle. That's what's gonna do. Also, Nasdaq is giving me again, keeps giving warnings. First warning was rejecting, not breaking on out when the S&P did. The second one, second one was last week when they're just closing on blue. I mean on red, stupid on blue. And I feel like this is gonna be the last one, where it's gonna be bad slash good news for the market, and we're gonna break out of this area right here, finally confirming some sort of rallyiness startup, or we're gonna get a fake out again and go down and finally break this area and signal some sort of um, bearish movement going on. The other one is warning me right now is Ethereum still holding that area, and of course Bitcoin. Once we see Bitcoin go below $29, that's gonna be your warning. That's gonna be a warning that hey, we're gonna start a little down movement, and once we get to 27, that's gonna be your yo. We're about to motherfucking fall. And for gold and silver, well, look, silver already touched its daily trend line that I mentioned, and I said that it was gonna touch it um, by today. Yeah, it was gonna touch it by today or by Friday, I think. But I think I said by today. So once it touched that, to me, how it reacted in the morning, it was gonna tell me, hey, this is a bounce, and we could start rallying from here. Or what it's gonna do is it's gonna get stuck here, and depending how we get tomorrow's data, it's either gonna make an H and start going back down again and testing that trend line again, or it's gonna give it that strength, that rate cut interest strength, and it's gonna fucking push that out and close somewhere down here at 7-7, and then we're gonna have some sort of, you know, pattern again or whatnot. The structure, this bullshit right here. So what we're forming this right here, this part. The market fell halfway, dump on down, dump on down. Support area to hold, support area to hold, dump on down to your next main support area, which is all this right here. So this is holding based on this right here, and it makes fucking sense. It's either gonna do this, or it's gonna do the opposite and start going down from here and create an H. This right here, pretty much, but in a smaller right here, something like this, and then continue going on down, breaking that daily trend line that it's been on for since down here. August 25th. Yeah. So since August 25th, that trend line, that daily trend line has been active, and we're coming down to it. And if you see what data we have, and if you see what day it's gonna be on, and if you see what's position, and it all is telling you, hey, so maybe you as a day trader or whatnot option trader, you're thinking, oh, let me go for a call for maybe next week. It's showing trading support and so whatnot, but um, I believe it's still too early. I believe with tomorrow's data, you'll be able to catch it, or if not, the London time, day trading wise, you'll be able to see more. Um, but I believe that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna push it here, depending on how we get tomorrow's data, it's gonna save us. Or if it's bad, where the Fed isn't gonna have to step in, you're gonna see gold just and silver kind of slowly dim down or just consolidate based on there was no movement driving it, and the fear's still there. The fear with all these war going on, that's gonna also keep silver and gold just consolidate. It's not really a panic sale. It's not like, hey, there's no fear. There's no war no more. Just sell your gold. Don't even worry about it. Sell your silver. No, like this war, this shit out there. So people are still cautious. All this is part of the market. After a big push on up, there has to be a pull down to create a test support regions and whatnot. And then it's gonna be it right here. Once we get bad news and we get to these lower regions, this is gonna be a good fucking area to go for a sell or to start thinking for a buy again. Especially because we're gonna come when we come down to this 50 Fibonacci. So that's why I said this area here. Oh, and we're in that weekly too. So yeah, there's gonna be a good area for a sell. So pay attention to that. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be. Let me try and mark it up. Probably can't because I use too many of them. Oh hell yeah! Right here. Yeah. And then the trend line is somewhere here. I'm guessing. Yeah. So if I could catch this at a good entry area, somewhere between here and here, right here. I wonder what that is. Oh, it's inside that box. So right here inside this box. Yep. So yeah, it's gonna hold here, and then there's gonna come out. This is your halfway. Um, this is your bottom of that weekly. So you would catch going to sell here, take the dip right here, pause because the weekly maybe 1 or 2 hours, and after that, finally break, going down here, whatnot. And then this is gonna be your. This is where investors, traders, hedge funds are gonna be really watching this shit because this is your last support before silver really starts going on down. It's a key area 270, so it's a mental key fucking number whatnot. 70, just like 50 was, just like 60, 70, 80. That's what you see closing in that range for the year. Notice how close that 70 is. Not 75, it's 78, 70. So again, that's how I see this. That's how I'm playing this shit out. In gold, the weekly three candle box still active. So either I believe this data is gonna help it, both of them, get back to their weekly three candle box resistance zone, and then depending on next week breakout and whatnot. That's what I believe gold and silver reacting. Oh, they're just telling you, hey, this could be the peak. This could be the peak, and we could start having some sort of downfall. Like this, like the candles. The candles are telling you this one will come down here, close somewhere below the bottom, or maybe breaking it tomorrow. And then the next one is going to be, are we going to sustain this and continue with the trend, or are we going to stay below this third candle, especially for the first day or two, and that's going to show you weakness, and then the market then finally going to break and give in and start going on down. Yeah, this one. And then we had a daily 3 candle box right here too. And just how it closed, I was like, it's gonna try to recuperate, but most likely just gonna struggle and just die here. Just weakening little shit. Pretty much this. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see this all around here. We have a daily 3 candle box also still active, showing signs of bullishness, especially after this dip and how it's holding tight to it. And again, it makes sense because tomorrow's data. Tomorrow's data, the market is gonna end up. There's a weekly right here. There's a weekly, so as it goes up right here, it's gonna struggle. And it's a 50 Fibonacci too, so it's gonna struggle. We're gonna close most likely today here and just hold it in the zone right here. 6,929 to 6,937. And maybe in the nighttime come back down here, but I don't think it's gonna get that pressure on down. London, Asian time or London time. I feel like the market's gonna keep it in these prices all night. I don't really see the market pushing this down or anything, especially because of we're coming into a big data day. So if we do have some sort of downfall throughout the nighttime, especially 2, 3 o'clock, buy that shit. Once we get to 536, it's gonna start recuperating up and going for that weekly daily again. And that's if it goes down. If not, then don't even buy it because it's gonna be fucking right there pretty much. Unless you see some dramatic fall like this, then you do the same shit. You fucking go wait for the morning to drop down, and then 3, 4 o'clock, you start fucking buying that shit. And as the market opens, it's gonna fucking get excited and do a fake out, and then you fucking take your shit before the market uh, releases the data, and you made your fucking $200-300 overnight. Um, that's it. That's it for the market. Anything else? Let me see. And that's another thing too. I was watching the dollar, and the dollar still has some strength, and it's getting strength, holding strength. So that's why I'm worried too. And that's why I'm worried. I feel like this is gonna be some sort of fake out, or tomorrow's data is gonna give gold and silver that push that they've been needing to close at 78, 79. Then you'll see this go back down and just come down here. But I feel like I don't know if it has to do with oil or something that's giving dollar strength that's putting gold and silver on down, even though we're having this whole war thing going on. And I think that's why gold and silver aren't really reacting like the way they should, especially how the gold is getting strength. And it's gonna come out at 3 something shit. No, so that's 6:30 Arizona time. Yeah, 6:30. Yo. Consumer credit. I believe that did not fucking bring it down. Cause we're not fucking doing good with credit. Fuck no, we're not doing good with credit. So I feel like that's gonna be the gotcha. Mhm. Yup, it's gonna do that. It's gonna be a late, last minute move. Qué triste se siente mi gente en las hechas de cartón. We could possibly be seeing a fucking dump tomorrow. See, you could tell clearly now how Ethereum and Bitcoin are the it's like uh they were synchronized before, and it's like they with this market movement that happened, it disconnected crypto from the S&P 500. That's why they're not reading the same. That's why you're not seeing this correlation with them. That's why you're seeing Bitcoin sort of like it's like in a see it's this is interesting how regular market wise the markets are still in green. They're not they're red, but they're not watch, let me show you what I mean by this. Like they're dipping, but they're not going through this right now. See, they're not going through this shit. Uh, AMD, fuck AMD, Disney, Microsoft. Microsoft is showing, but it'll be like one or two of them. Um, so you got Apple, and you probably have like two or three of them. So it's like a. I'm not liking how stocks are looking. I don't care how the S&P looks right now, but something's up here. Something's up. I've never seen the market do this at the end of the year, beginning of the year, especially how broken up and choppy it was. It's like on purpose they wanted to uh, shake you the fuck out. They get you with the November, then the last week of November, they get you with the December rally. December rally doesn't happen in Christmas. Let's say, well, maybe in New Year's. New Year's rally doesn't fucking happen, and here we are back up again. And then we're coming with the bank's earnings whatnot. So like it's gonna. I feel like this is like a fucking plane stalling in the fucking air, where it keeps getting higher and higher, but it just keeps going down. And hey, what's something going on with the engine? I don't know, the fuel pump, this and that. And that's how I feel like the market's doing. It's just like it is in these crucial all-time highs when people fucking, especially when the market does this, and then the next day does this, and it falls down, and it keeps hitting these fucking, you know, prices where you're like, oh, it's gonna be this time, and again you keep falling, you get takes you out, you do so. Um, I would not fucking want to do all this longing and whatnot. No, it's stupid right now. If you look at how stocks are, it'll be stupid to say, oh look, the S&P is all time high. Let me fucking long my stocks and let me long S&P because it's but all time high. It should be going up, but like, no, these motherfuckers are playing with us right now. This is not no no. It's not gonna happen. We're not gonna get no fucking new all time high bullshit recently. It's gonna have to be something. It's gonna be a big fucking data. It's gonna be a big fucking move. or they're gonna scare us to a point where the market's gonna fucking get shaken out, shaken by and fucking finally break some sort of these patterns here. For me, a decision is getting out of this zone here, like having some sort of on down, like some crazy or some crazy rally move. But these little you'll have a rally, the rally be fucking it'll go like $100 up. Hey, we made a new time high. Psych. No, we didn't. Hey, look, we're about to. Oh, look, we're going to the psych. So no, nope. Don't fucking rally the market right now. Don't go crazy with S&P. Nope. Anyways, that's all, folks. This is Brian Seacrest signing the fuck out. I'm gonna make another update. Uh, Probably at around 6 p.m. once your Asian market starts, and update you guys how the market flows, how I think that play out overnight. I'm gonna start also if I'm too lazy to go live here and do all this shit. I'm probably gonna do my meta glasses and update them. That way, it could also be give me more clips instead of people seeing these 25, 15-minute videos that they have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about. And this weekend, me and the homies are gonna hop on and start breaking down what all this bullshit means. Besides that, you guys, so I got gold, silver, still sustaining. All right, this is Brian Seacrest signing you the fuck out, folks.